That's right, great and gloriously famous one day. Nick Dutch here yet again, just for you. This is the Tarot Show, where we do some free of charge, zero cash cost to yourself tarot readings to answer some of your questions. Now, the way in which you can pay in inverted commas to be a part of this service is quite simply to subscribe, rate the videos, make a few comments, and essentially that's all. Now, if you want your questions to appear in this tarot reading show, all you've got to do, and it's very simple, is just email me through YouTube, have your questions answered. Alright, it's that simple. All you got to do is email me through YouTube and I'll answer your questions. Alright, this is an entertainment service. You've got to get that straight in your mind. A tarot reading is an entertainment service. But essentially it's one which you could use to contemplate your life in greater detail and try and see whether you're doing things in the right way, you're trying to get the right results and all the rest of that. Alright? One step at a time, we're just going to go through some readings. Bye. Okay, it's Nick Dutch here yet again. Now the first person we got today is someone called Jen, who is curious about their spiritual path. Alright, now this is someone who's already doing a lot of things that I would regard as being spiritual, such as creative writing, artwork, and getting more involved in environmental pursuits as well. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to have a look at the reading and basically see what the reading says about that. I've got no idea what sequence of cards are going to come out in it, just see what kind of message I'm getting here. Well, to the most part, you're already there. We've got some very good signs of you being a very spiritual person already. You're looking too hard. You're trying to search for some kind of purpose, some kind of extra meaning. You don't have to. A lot of the things you're doing at the moment do appear to be training to lead you on into a new direction whereby you can actually overcome different forms of adversity in the future and also be beneficial towards other people. The Prince of Wands card can sometimes mean the Archangel Michael. It's a character, it's a force which is there to help destroy things which are evil. Now, when you're talking about your creative pursuits such as writing, such as artwork, I see these more as like training exercises rather than spiritual exercises, if you get my picture, okay? Because it's not just a question of doing these things because you're a spiritual person. It's a question of doing these things because you want to try and overcome some various negative factors. As I expand the reading there, we do have some negative colors, some negative feelings coming through there. We've also got a sense of creating a feeling of mutual agreement, so you're still moving your life in the right direction with some strong superior powers guiding you. So I don't really feel anything too bad about that. There is not one particular specific calling for you. You are already a very complex person, and that's one of the reasons why you're taken to so many different complex forms of creative expression. So now it's just a question of being what you are naturally, which is partially what you're already doing. I would say that later on down the line, there'll be some healing work that you'll be able to do and to participate in later on. So there's all kinds of fun stuff happening there for you. Just basically keep the faith. But one thing you're missing out on is the fact that you're already a spiritual person. Okay, we got another reading coming up. This one's from Michelle, and she's inquiring about relationships, finance, and career. Let's have a look financially. Let's have a look career-wise. Let's have a look relationship-wise. Both on the sides of things for finance as well as the side of things for career, we got two very strong signs of change. The Death card means transition, and the Two of Coins also means change. I get a slightly different energy when we look at the financial side of things. It's not a question of change towards poverty, it's more a question of change towards a better quality of state of being, because we do have signs of greater stability longer term. All these changes you'll be sensing within the next 2 to 4 month period, I feel, because of the proximity and the layout of the symbols, okay? Now, on the actual finance side of things, well, I'm sure you've heard of the expression, greed is good. Well, I'm pretty sure that that's a very important, very telling expression for you within your life right now. If you look closely, I don't know whether you can see it on this camera, we've got the word lust appearing within your financial spread. The bottom line there is go towards your goal, focus on where your needs really lie. You don't have to be totally selfish about your acquisition of money. Being driven is actually going to be very useful for you, okay? There are going to be big changes. I would say this is more indicative of something like either a promotion or a job change on towards something that pays you more money, gives you more stability and more prospects in the long run. So in that respect, it's still looking like a very positive reading anyway. Again, all these changes are happening for you within this very year, probably before the autumn has set in, before the fall has set in, okay? Now, on the relationship side of things, now one thing you'll notice is that the colors are very different. Just the whole colors and the whole feeling of the symbols you've got in the cards, from the finance and career side of things onto the kind of like love and relationships aspect of things. All the signs we've got here are talking about pleasure, they're talking about joy, they're talking about communication, and they're talking about a sense of joyful abundance, I would say. The artist has actually called this particular card here pleasure, and that's also an expression of what's going to happen for you within the relationship life in the not too distant future. So I'm sensing A bonds getting stronger and stronger and stronger in time. I would say a time frame for this would be between now and 1.5 years from now to be able to build a relationship up to the right quality of level so you can actually have the results that you're after, okay? There is something beneficial happening there. I mean, what has just come through to my mind, what's just come through to my soul at the moment when contemplating the relationship thing is that there does seem to have been one particular character who you felt a very strong sense of connection with, whose what they said and what they've done did not match up, and therefore there's been some problems there. I can't tell you how long ago that was. I'm not really being given that data. But essentially we are seeing a much better and much happier scenario just around the corner for you. Carry on doing what you're doing. You've got some great changes coming your way, and we got some changes coming in your relationship and love side of things, alright? So good fortune, God bless. Okay, we got the final tarot reading of today. Just for now, it's a character who's going out with someone called N. This is a character who calls himself Sunflower and wants to know whether it's worthwhile putting in the effort, okay? So let's just have a quick look and see what's coming through here, see what the reading says, and try and extrapolate forward and provide you with some clarity, okay? Traditional 8-card relationship reading. I'm sure I've explained how this works out before. Signs on your side, signs on his side, forces between you, and a brief glimpse into the short-term, mid-term, and long-term future, okay? The energy here is pretty amazing, I would say. We've got a number of different messages coming through to me straight away. On his side of things, he's not paying full attention to the way that things are. I feel he's rather unreceptive. And there is a sense here that probably hot and cold feelings from him, and also mixed messages. Although he does have, when he's being good to you, he's being very good to you. We can see that here, okay? But he just doesn't seem to be focused towards the proper relationship, thus creating this power struggle, which you alluded to within the question, alright? Now on your side of things, a very strong sense of connection with him, but also a terrible feeling of disappointment. And asking whether that's something which can pass with the passage of time. Let's just have a quick look. Let's expand the reading and see what happens here. Alright, we do have plenty of good signs. We've got romantic allusions, we've got mentions of happiness, mentions of strong connectivity, so there's still some potential. But remember, that is potential, okay? That is not actual. But bearing in mind where we're coming from in the here and now, something is going to have to happen to turn this completely around. I feel you've been putting in an awful lot of effort already. I would say that it might be worthwhile being direct with him and saying, look, I have been putting in a lot of effort to this. I want you to reciprocate. Can you please do so? And if you can just subtly change the meanings of the words that you're using, you're going to be able to communicate a much better message to him. Do I feel 100% happy that this joyful, romantic, happy aspects of the reading is going to come true like it's cast in stone? I'm not sure. Things have to change first, and essentially you're the one who's steering your relationship around, so you've got to think carefully about how that's done. If nothing changes, and he makes no changes and advances within the next 2 to 3 month period, I would say get rid of him, alright? Never make up your mind about anything by the end of a tarot reading. Always use this as a means of contemplating your life. Good fortune, God bless, look after yourself, bye for now. That's right, great and glorious Nick Dutch here yet again. Okay, that was the tarot show for today. I hope you enjoyed that, and for all those people I've read for today, I do hope you got something from that. If you want to appear in the tarot show, subscribe to the channel, rate the videos, all the normal stuff, okay? And just email me your question. Let's try and move away from the general type questions and into something more specific, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Now you get a feeling for, what I do, how I do it. So give us your questions already. Okay, So good fortune, God bless, look after yourself. Nick Dutch, signing out.